What's going on? It's Lucas, and in today's video I want to help you price your coaching services, your coaching program, your courses, whether that's one-on-one, whether that's group, whether you have a price set but you think it's too low, too high, or you have no price set and you're stuck and confused and frustrated on actually choosing, deciding, committing to a price that actually will sell. This video, I'm going to work you through it step by step. By the end of this video, you will have actionable, tangible results and you'll have a price set in stone. That's a guarantee. So stay tuned and let's get into it.
So I don't know when this whole get a job 9 to 5, play it safe, think small, and hopefully someday retire with enough time to maybe chase my dreams became okay, but for people like you and me, it's not. I'm Lucas Rubix, and welcome to the coaching channel, where I continue my mission of setting human beings free.
Alrighty, so like I said, I want you getting a tangible result from this video. So please grab a pen, grab your MacBook, grab your computer, whatever it is, and let's actually do a little bit of number crunching and let's get to our number. Now, the first thing I want to say, and this has to be said before we get into it, is people don't pay for coaching. They pay for the transformation, they pay for the result. If you've been on this channel, if you've been watching this channel, or if you've been watching my stuff, you know I mention this a lot. It's not about the coaching itself. So I don't want to get stuck on trying to price our coaching. We're going to be more focused on pricing the transformation, pricing the result. And again, I have videos and podcasts on this. I'll leave a few of those below if this is something you're still working through, but I don't want to waste time. I want to move on into the juicy stuff. So again, when it comes to selling the transformation, a lot of people are selling coaching for, let's say, $60 an hour or $80 or $100 or $200 an hour, and they're trying to sell their coaching at an hourly or sessions. And even if you're not doing that and you have some kind of program, chances are it's underpriced or it's not priced to where it's supposed to be, because we're making this vital mistake. And I'm going to get into it. I just need to make this clear. So you got relationship coaching, let's say $60 an hour, life coaching, nutrition coaching, fitness coaching, whatever that may be. What if instead we sold the transformation? So instead of relationship coaching, we had a hard stop, 8-week relationship makeover. Fall back in love and take your marriage to a whole new level. $2,400. Now, of course, we can reword that. We can make that better. It's just a very simple example of, okay, you've got relationship coaching, or you've got a very tangible result. It's got an 8-week, it's an 8-week program, so they can expect results in 8 weeks. It's for married couples who have lost that passion, lost that fire, lost that flame. You're going to help them reignite that, get clear, get aligned, and fall back in love and have a relationship like they've never dreamt of having before. That you could price at $2,400, at $5,000, at $8,000, depending what's included in the program. But just to show you how this example works, let's just say you're working with a client once a week for an hour, and per hour that'd be 60, 120 times 2, 240 for 8 months. Let's just say $500. If you were doing per hour coaching, you'd be getting paid $500 to work with a client per week on a per session or hourly basis. Why that does you a disservice is you're not getting paid what you're worth. What it does for the client is a disservice, because now in 2 or 3 weeks they may quit. But if they commit to let's say 8-week program, 12-week, 6-month, 12-month, whatever that is, and they know that they have to stick with it for that long, and at the end of that day, here's the result, here's the transformation they can expect, and here's the price, they're going to be much more likely to pay a premium for that. Now you're getting paid what you're worth. They're seeing the value in what it is they're getting, and they're much more likely to become clients, become customers, because you're selling the transformation. Hopefully that's clear. Again, I can dive way deeper into this. I've got a lot of videos and podcasts on this, so if you want to go in more details on how to position and really, take out or strip out and make the transformation clear, you can check out those videos. With that said, let's move into step 1. What is your time worth? If you came up to me and you were like, I don't know what to charge, how much should I charge for my coaching? I'd ask you a very simple question. What do you feel your time is worth? I could tell you that your coaching is worth $5,000, but if you don't believe it, or if you don't feel like you're worth that, you're gonna have a hard time selling it. Imagine having two opposing beliefs like that. One, I really want to make a lot of money and I want to sell my coaching for $5,000. But the other says, I'm not worth it. Imagine the sales calls or the anxiety that comes with that. You'd have a very hard time selling. So we need to get in alignment. So the first thing I'd ask you is, what are you worth? If you gave me, I believe I'm worth $50 an hour or $100 an hour, that will evolve as you keep doing this. I'd say great. And then I'd make sure I push you and I'd question you into, well, how do you deliver value? And I'd make you, or I'd question you to show you your real worth. And maybe we could increase that number a little bit. Again, that could be 30 minutes of work to make sure we get to that, so I won't get into that, but just understand that you may think you're worth 50, but what do you really give? Do you have more skill than that? What are some of the results maybe you've got in the past? What do you bring to the table, and are you worth more? It's all about increasing that self-worth. Now, we don't want to overdo it and just say I'm worth $5,000 an hour, because if you don't feel that, if you don't believe that, so if it's $25 an hour for you because you're just starting and you feel good about that, great, we'll go with that. I'm going to go with a nice simple $100 an hour just to start with. If you feel like you're worth $100 an hour, that's what we're going to go with. And if I questioned you to increase that, but there wasn't much there and we just settled on $100 an hour, perfect. Maybe that's 2, maybe that's 5, maybe that's 1,000. I've worked with coaches who are $2,000 an hour coaches. It's great, it's fine, it's dandy, whatever feels right to you. Cool? Moving on, step 2. How much time will you spend? So we've got this, I'm going to put it up here so we remember. We got $100. We feel like we're worth $100 an hour. How much time are you going to spend with your client? So let's say, and this is a mistake coaches make again, let's say you think you're going to spend an hour a week with your client for 8 weeks. That's a nice tidy 8 hours, but there's probably half hour or an hour of onboarding or stuff you've got to do at first. Let's tack that on. Maybe there's half hour a week of emails and extra communication, or maybe an hour a week. So instead of, you're not just spending 8 hours with your client, maybe you're spending 10 or 12 or 14 hours. So we're going to go 14 hours. 14 hours. Cool. Maybe you're spending a little bit more time. Now, as you run 1 or 2 clients through your program, you're going to say, hey, I'm spending a little bit more time. You're going to increase your price. You're going to increase those hours you work with clients. Now, we could simply multiply that. So that's obviously $1,400 right there, right? $100 an hour times 14 hours, $1,400 for an 8-week program. Then I would ask you, how can you add more value into your program without adding more time into the mix? So maybe that's extra resources, some kind of workbook, some kind of videos, members area. Like over time, you're going to add more value for your clients, and you're going to be able to tack that on of what it's actually worth. So if you build a members area, and then if you build some extra resources so they're working on workbooks and stuff without you, now that's added value, and that $1,400 can quickly become $2,000 or $2,500 or even $3,000 if you add on some kind of group calls and, you know, and some kind of Facebook group and extra support. You can start figuring out, okay, this is the added value on my hourly, but I want to make it clear that this 14 hours you spend times 100 or times 50 or times 200 is your base. You will never go lower than that price. If you start going lower than that price, you're going to resent your clients because now you're working for less than you feel you're worth. And again, that's going to create tension. That's going to create anxiety. That's going to create a feeling you don't want to feel. Now again, if you're charging way too much and you feel like you're way out of your element, that can create things too. So we're just looking for that sweet spot. So right now we've kind of settled on $1,400 plus the extra resources you're creating, $2,000. If you feel good about that, let's sell it at $2,000. If that feels too low, relook at your hourly rate. How can you increase that? How can we dive deeper into it to make sure we're worth? We got 2 more questions. Right before we do, this YouTube channel has really become a database. Any question you'll ever have when it comes to building an online coaching business or the mindset and really what goes into it from both an internal and external standpoint, and you really want to grow your online coaching business, this YouTube channel has become a massive database. Any question you have, you'll find an answer for. If you don't see an answer to a question, just leave it in the comments of the video. We go through them every week. We mine out all the good questions and we create videos from that. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video. And again, leave in the comments, what are you charging for your coaching? What questions do you have regarding this stuff? Because we love to get active and we really like to help out. So make sure you check out the channel, make sure you subscribe to it, and make sure you give this video a like. Moving on, step 3. 2 more, bear with me here. Step 3, what's your skill level? This is important to factor in because if you're just starting, like I like to, with clients, we'll be like on a scale of 1 to 10, where's your skills at? If it's a 1, we don't factor this in. If it's a 3 or a 4, you know, we may start increasing that hourly rate of, okay, you thought you were worth 100, but your skills actually here. We could double your hourly rate, 200. I've had coaches who are way undercharging and they realize, hey, my skill's at an 8 out of 10 with where I'm at right now. I'm not worth $100 an hour, I'm worth $400 an hour, and they actually started believing it. So it's really good to take an inventory or an assessment of your skills and of what you bring to the table, because that will alter or dictate or influence your hourly price, which influences your packages, your programs. If you're running a one-on-one, that's easy to do. If you're running a group coaching program, same thing applies. I'm worth $200 an hour, great. I'm working with 10 clients through a group coaching program, great. They take 2 hours a week of my time to run the group coaching calls, great, and an extra hour to support the whole, awesome. You're gonna multiply that and you're still going to figure out what your program is worth. Maybe a bit less because now you're with a group, so you're serving 10 people, your program is worth this, and you can divide that price by the amount of people you want. And again, it could be a win for you and a win for your clients. They'll be paying a little bit less, you'll be getting paid a lot more, and it's a happy win-win when you move into group, but the same things apply. And make sure you take an assessment of your skill level because it's super important. If we're undercharging and we know we bring so much to the table, it's not going to take long for you to hate your business, speaking from experience. The first time I had a coach, I had a mentor way back in the fitness days, were like, you're doubling your price. And I was like, no. I knew it was the right thing to do, but I was like, I'm going to lose all my clients. I doubled my price. I didn't lose a single client. If anything, I got higher quality clients because my skill was there. My belief in it was there. I was just scared that clients wouldn't see the value. They did. So don't be afraid of it. Make sure you're charging what you're worth. Final step, research the competition. And I put an asterisk here, because I want to be careful with this one. You don't want to become a commodity. You don't want to become something that, you don't want to be competing on price. And if you're researching your competition and you're trying to undercharge or charge less than them, you're playing a losing game, at least in the long run, because someone else is going to come in and charge less than you. And it's not, you will never get paid what you're worth if you start competing on price. Now, it's not a bad idea to research the competition and see what they offer and what the value is, just for ideas. Hey, they offer all this and that's their value. Cool. Let me, model that or look at that and apply it into my program. You don't want to copy. If you copy, you're never going to win. You don't want to undercharge or try to just find out what they do to charge less than. You're going to lose the game. But just to model and get ideas, I'm all for, but don't get stuck in this research of the competition and seeing how they are better than you or they charge more. Because if you start competing on price, I'm going to let you know right now, other people come into the market and undercharge. You are unique. You have unique communication. You offer something very unique. You communicate, and your way of coaching, your way of being, who you are, is completely unique. And your coaches and your clients want to work with you. And even if someone comes in and offers exactly what you offer and tries to undercut or undercharge, they're going to lose. As long as you've built a really solid brand, you show up as yourself, and you have that uniqueness that only you can provide for your clients, you're always going to be okay. It's easy to get in that scarcity mindset of, oh my God, the competition, what's this, what's that? If you're in that mindset and you're trying to compete on price and what everyone else is doing, you're going to lose. So I want you to be your own person. I want to be your own coach, your own style, your own product, your own program, your own brand, your own awesomeness. But it's not a bad idea to research a little bit here and there. I'm like, do it for like 20 minutes and then be done with it. Don't live there. Does that help? Leave what you're charging below. I want to hold you to this. Is like, period, at the end of this video, done. Here's my price, here's what I'm charging, and I'm committed to it. I can change it later. The beautiful thing is, it's just pixels on a screen. You can go back into your software, change the price if it's not working in a week or 2 weeks. It's not going to kill your business. You can double your price for a week. It's not going to kill your business. So do what feels right, and remember, progress over perfection. If we try to get this perfect right now, you're constantly in progress. You're always progressing. You're always learning new skills and developing as a coach, so you'll always be charging more. But just find that number you feel good with. Let's stick with it. Leave a comment in the comments of what you're charging. And if you want to dive deeper into not just pricing, but you really want to dive into lead generation, email marketing, building the systems, sales systems, positioning, and everything else in between, make sure you grab the $497 course. It is free. It's called the Online Coaching Business Crash Course. It's going to work you through a series of steps and questions and videos on helping you see the overall big picture of how an online coaching business really works and how you can build a six-figure online coaching business. You have it in you, and I'll prove that to you. You also get links to some of the top resources, top podcasts, top videos, and the top stuff we offer. Plus, you get access into an online coaching community. There's 6,000 online coaches in there, completely free. So if you'd like access to that, that's at lucasrubix.com/OCA. Check out the details. Truly hope this served, and I'll see you in the next video.
So I don't know when this whole get a job 9 to 5, play it safe, think small, and hopefully someday retire with enough time to maybe chase my dreams became okay, but for people like you and me, it's not. I'm Rubix, and welcome to the coaching channel, where I continue my mission of setting human beings free.